That's a great job of staying in the pocket, because all you can see through this lane is a linebacker, and he's focused. That head is downfield. Adam Bednarik showing great patience and great toughness in the pocket, because as a quarterback, you know you're going to take that hit. You might as well stand in there tall and deliver a strike, and that's what he did on the play.
34-yard attempt coming up from Pat McAfee, who's 4 of 8 on the season. From the left hash, 34 yards. 1 of 2 from this range. Plenty of distance, but he pushed it to the right. So Rutgers survives. West Virginia had a chance to get something on the board. So McAfee misses from 34. Rutgers is going to have the ball when we come back. The birthplace of college football, Piscataway, New Jersey. This is Big East football. And offensive line coach Rick Trickett talking to his crew after a missed 34-yard field goal. And Rutgers and West Virginia scoreless. First quarter, Dave Sims, John Kinjemi, glad you could join us, everybody. Here's Rutgers starting from its own 20. Third possession, deep drop Park. Throwing at a man down there too high for Sean Tucker, the 6'2 junior from Parkland, Florida.
A little bit of a chess game going on, Dave, with the West Virginia defense and the Rutgers offense. That time they drop everybody back, and that's a tough throw to try to stick it in to the curl route to Tucker. Ryan Hart, that ball must be slick, because every time Rutgers comes out, it seems like it rains a little bit harder. The wind's starting to blow a little bit, so a tough afternoon to start for Ryan Hart throwing the football. 1 for 4, 4 yards thus far. Harris in motion, and Leonard will get a try. Gets across the 20 to about the 20. They'll give it to him at the 23-yard line. Dave, Rutgers has to do something to move the football. They've started in miserable field position, you know, on their own 16, on their own 26, and now on their own 20. They have to move the chains and do something to keep their defense on the field, keep them rested, and move the football offensively. Maybe Leonard out of the backfield, hitting him here on a pass play.
Rutgers 0 for 2 on third down. How about last week? 84 plays on defense for Rutgers. That's a game and a half.
That's a season.
Goodness gracious. Third down and 7. Rutgers 0 for 2 on third down. Here's Hart. Pretty good protection. Out in trouble. It opens up. Does he have enough speed? No, he sits down at the 28. Going to be about 1.5 yards, 2 yards short. And he got chased down by Eric Wicks, number 41 junior out of Perry High School in Pittsburgh. Joe Radigan going to get a lot of action today at this rate.
Yeah, Ryan Hart did a good job of just making a negative into a positive. Could have taken about a 10-yard sack. He didn't have enough speed to get it upfield, but he does the smart thing. Get down, play another day, get his putting unit out there. But Rutgers has to find something to hang their hat on early in this game offensively.
Good pressure by Morty Ivy out there for the Mountaineers. First quarter winding down. Good snap to Radigan. Oh, it's blocked! West Virginia's going to have a chance to score here. And taking it in, touchdown Mountaineers. The first player missed. And then taken in for the touchdown. So Tandy Smith blocked it, and then he gets it for the score. Radigan's first block punt this season. There's Smith, number 8. Bingo, got it right there.
Just a huge hole, and it looked like 37. Brad Cunningham or Friedman on the special teams just busted. It was Cunningham, the linebacker on special teams, just allows Tandy Smith to come in, blocks the punt, then, as you said, Dave, picks it up for the Mountaineer score.
Charles Pugh had 6 and couldn't come up with it, but Tandy Smith does. And the Mountaineers have a 6-0 lead. Nothing like getting something from your special teams makes a difference. There's McAfee for the point after. And it's good. So there's a big break for the Mountaineers. Tandy Smith, a senior out of Cheney High School in Youngstown, Ohio, gets it done, blocks it, picks it up, give him 6. Mountaineers lead at 7-0. Good start of the day for Tandy Smith, senior out of Youngstown, Ohio. Blocks the punt, recovers it for touchdown. Mountaineers have a 7-0 lead here at Rutgers. Rain intensifying just a little bit more right now.
You know, on a day like today when both offenses really haven't been able to move the football, you look to that third element of your team, that's special teams, and they come in big early in this game for West Virginia.
Pat McAfee kicks it and drives it. Nicely done. To the back line will be a touchback. Rich Rodriguez, let's hear from him. His thoughts on the Rutgers offense and all its weapons.
Not only do they have great skill players, they're all veterans. Guys that have had success against us in the past at every position, wide receiver, running back, tight end, quarterback. So you got the whole gamut of skill players with experience and have success against us. So our defensive players are very aware of all their guys.
Rich very aware, because last year in a high-scoring game right here on this field, 35-30, West Virginia wins it. West Virginia's won 10 consecutive games against Rutgers. Rutgers' last win, 1994, 17-12 right here on this field. 4:37 to go in the first. Hart back to throw, throwing into the wind, throws short to Ray Rice. A little bit of a block and a better defensive play on the outside by Mark Magro out of the University High School in Morgantown. Heck of a play there by Mark, one of the strongest players on the ball club.
You want to talk about how to play a screenplay and fight off a block? Mark Magro does an excellent job of getting to the outside. There's one man for Rutgers on the outsides, John Glass. He's a good lineman. Watch him fight off the block there and then get to the freshman Ray Rice. Great open field tackle, great vision and toughness shown there by Magro.
Tyquan Underwood in at quarterback right now. Getting a chance to run it here, and he'll go on a keeper. West Virginia was waiting for it. They saw him last week. Wow, who's that flying over the pile? You see that was that Michael Rello flying over the pile. But a nice job as Pat Liebig, nose guard, sophomore out of Naples, Florida, number 98, makes the stop.
The Rutgers right now offensively, they need a changeup, and maybe Underwood's the guy. You know, they have to do something running the football. They haven't been able to move or win the battle of that line of scrimmage, so maybe Underwood is the changeup. You know, he lines up at receiver, lines up in shotgun at quarterback, so you never know where he's going to be, but pretty much know when he gets it at quarterback, he's going to run the football.
Rushed it 8 times coming into today's game. Underwood 2 for 15 today. 7-0 West Virginia on a blocked punt. Covered by Thady Smith. Underwood's at a Notre Dame High School, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. He'll keep it on the ground, and they wedge out a few yards, pick up about 3.
Underwood, the ball carrier.
Bobby Hathaway there, number 55, to make the stop.
Dave, I think you get the advantage with Underwood at quarterback and him running the football is the offensive line do not have to sustain their blocks for that long. They just get a piece of that West Virginia front because they're a tough group and a tough bunch to get to because of the style of defense, that 3-3 stack. It's tough to sustain blocks. So that time, Greg Schiano, 2 running plays with his slash quarterback wide receiver, moves the football.
Here's Hart back in the game. Offset eye to the right with Ray Rice, the deep back. Leonard's the up back. Second down, they run the toss, bobble, loose ball. West Virginia's got it. And it was recovered by Kevin McLean. So a turnover by the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and West Virginia's got a short field to work with, leading 7-0.
We talked about Mark Magro getting off blocks and doing a good job on that screenplay. This time he's in the offensive backfield before anybody knows what's going on, and he gets a little piece of the football from Ray Rice. Great job of getting into the backfield, causing some disruptive blocking in the offensive backfield, and that has to upset that Rutgers sideline and Greg Schiano because that defense, how many plays they were on the field last week, they're on the field a lot in this first half.
84 last week. West Virginia's turnover margin proves to -2. Toss play, Slayton wide spot and sets it in a high gear. Stays on his feet. It'll be 1st and goal Mountaineers. There is a penalty flag on the play. But Slayton found it. Got through the hole, and Derek Roberson brings him down. That's a run of 22 yards, but it's coming back. Slayton out of Levittown, Pennsylvania, northern suburb of Philadelphia, just down that turnpike here.
I think that's the hold back behind the play. Looked like Aaron Justice, that right tackle, trying to get in front of for his block, for his running back, Steve Slayton. And that's the hold you see. But that's a big play, and they've had a lot of success going to their left side, has West Virginia on the outside.
First down to 20.
So that's from the spot of the foul, back up 15 to the 38-yard line. So first and 20 at the 38-yard line. West Virginia leading 7-0. Mountaineers 4-1 on the season, 1-0 in the Big East. Rutgers 3-1, riding a 3-game win streak, 1-0 in the Big East. Here's Bednarik. Got time, and not a good throw. So he tried to get it out to Slayton. How about the number Slayton put up as a senior in high school at Conwell-Egan High School? 26 touchdowns, 1,836 yards on the ground. Rich Rodriguez, they describe him as fast, real fast.
Yeah, he can get to the edge. And last week against Virginia Tech, he had over 100 yards of all-purpose yards, 90 rushing on 11 carries.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Option play. Bednarik keeps it. Got blocking 25. Stays on his feet 20. And Bednarik's a guy I've noticed about the third time I've seen him this year. He's a guy that gets significant yards after first contact, a gain of 18 yards.
Well, he's a big boy at 6'2", 220 pounds, only a sophomore. But this West Virginia offense is starting to look a little bit left-handed. A lot of success going to their left. Great decision by Adam Bednarik. He's running downhill the entire time. Now, this is a tough quarterback. And as you said, Dave, he continues to go forward after the first hit. Now, he's had a sprained neck against Maryland, a bruised knee against East Carolina, and a shoulder stinger against VT, Virginia Tech.
Third and short, and they give it to Gwaltney. Gwaltney takes Roberson for a ride. It'll be first down, West Virginia at the 11-yard line. So they see something they like running to their left, and they're pounding it.
Well, I think it's Garrett and Stanchek, 70 and 62 respectively, just washing down everybody wearing red. And a great job by Villagrana, the backup tight end who comes in, just walling everybody down inside, and Gwaltney just running behind that big offensive line. But it's those guys up front doing the damage.
You're a West Virginia fan, you got to like this. Takes a lot of time off the clock and just grind it. They're going to come left again to the edge. It's Slayton taken down by Courtney Green, big hitter, freshman out of New Rochelle, New York. Courtney, along with Glenn Lee and Ray Rice, all play for Lou Dorenzo at New Rochelle. Listen to this hit by Green coming up. That fence was a football play.
And that's a freshman out there.
2nd and 9. The show blitz. Game of cat and mouse, huh? Play clock at 9. Blitz coming. They give it to Slate. Got running to the edge. He's at the 5. He's in. Touchdown, Mountaineers. West Virginia opens up a 13-0 lead, an 11-yard run by Steve Slayton. His first touchdown as a Mountaineer, and some of the folks, the Mountaineer faithful, on hand, enjoying this one. They'd been running left most of the game, and this time they ran wide side right. Here's McAfee for the point after. Mountaineers establishing some dominance early on here. Good snap placement. And McAfee completes the operation. 14-0. West Virginia. Steve Slayton,
West Virginia 14.
playing just miles, just maybe an hour or so from home, gets a chance to score in front of the home folks.
Well, a huge alley,
New Jersey.
Yeah, huge alley, Dave, right here for Slayton to go through. Now, he shows you speed, but here's the toughness inside the 5-yard line. Lowers the shoulder on Joe Porter and just gets into the end zone. But the acceleration is what you love. Look at him run away from the inside of that Rutgers defense, and then determination to get in for his first touchdown. And that'll make even rainy folks in the stands happy if you're from West Virginia.
Makes the trip worth it, huh?
Absolutely. We got to get that down. Look at this. They got some mojo going in the stands.
So the fumble by Rice, they cash in on the turnover. Had a block punt and scored on that block punt. And now a fumble. 5 plays, 28 yards. Didn't take him long either, did it?
McAfee to kick off.
About 44 off the clock. Slayton 11 yards. And a fumble recovery.
Underwood and Foster.
The Rice fumble, a big part in that story.
Well, usually on a day like today, the sledgehammer usually wins, Dave, against a finesse football.